What's up? What's up, bro? I'ma just start talking and whoever watching, just watching, man. What's up, fam? All right, so my son was robbed, man. My son was robbed. I'll break down this whole scenario for y'all and show y'all why the streets ain't shit. I tell you, you gotta watch the motherfuckers you're around. You gotta watch the people you're around. Can't put 100% trust in nobody. You feel me? Except God. Thank you. Okay, so I got a teenage son. Um, Me and his mother met when we was 7 years old, man. We met in summer day camp, and she lived around the corner from me, you know. So she was my girlfriend since I was like 7 years old till I was like 20. We had a son. Um, During this time, I went to prison. I told y'all that. Now, the little girl that I remember as a kid, the little girl that was my girlfriend, wasn't the same girl when I came home from prison. Of course she wasn't, because we are now adults. So, I honestly got her pregnant within the first week I came home from prison. And, I did a lot of time in prison, man. A lot of time in prison. And so, of course, when I came home, I was fucking crazy like a rabbit. I'm talking about all day, every day. So I got her pregnant within the first week I came home. Didn't give time to get to know her all over again. Didn't get a chance to see if this is the person I wanted to be with. I came straight from prison and jumped right back in a relationship. Got her pregnant. So we ain't even have enough time to enjoy each other. I came right home to some major responsibility. Now, mind you, I went to prison at 13. I came home, I'm sorry. I came home when I was 23. So, mind you, at 13, I ain't never had no responsibility. I ain't never paid a bill. I ain't never owned nothing. I ain't never had shit. I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? So I came home and created a real responsibility for myself. Didn't know what the fuck to do. I was still a kid mentally. Anybody that been to prison know that your age mentality stops. Whatever age you at, it stops when you go to prison. You don't grow. You don't no growth. So I literally, my age was 23, but literally I was still 13 up here. So I came home, jumped in this relationship. And I'm be honest, I mainly jumped in that relationship because she was my home plan. Meaning, if she didn't sign off on my paperwork that I had a home to come home to, they would have held me in prison. So I jumped in that relationship because I had a home plan with her. Like I said, I dealt with her since I was a kid. So, getting to know her and shit, like, she wasn't the girl that I fucking remembered. Like, she a totally different fucking person. And I wasn't feeling it. Plus, I just did 10 years. I was trying to catch back up, man. I was running the streets. I was doing all this shit. I wasn't ready for no fucking family. I wasn't ready for nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't ready for none of that shit. So, you could say I was a deadbeat, but can you? I was still an irresponsible kid that didn't know shit, that just jumped in something. So, like I said, the relationship was just turmoil, you know. So I left her. I left her alone. You know what I'm saying? I left her alone or whatever, and start doing me. Like I said, I start doing me, start hustling, start running streets, start fucking bitches, start doing all the shit that niggas do. Alright, so her being spiteful, trying to hurt me or whatever, she took my son and she enlisted in the military. So when she get in the military, they move her all over the country. I'm gonna get to that point, who robbed my son. I'm just breaking down the story why my son doesn't live in the same state as me and how this shit is affecting me. So again, she enlisted in the military. They moved her all over this place. She done lived in Germany, Texas, Virginia, Cali, Seattle, Washington, just hundreds of miles away. Just took my son. And you know, over the years, I tried to be a dad, a long distance dad, you know, and she was just like bitter and cold hearted and like kept my son away from me. And I always said to her, like, you know, God gonna pay you back for this shit. You taking my son, trying to hurt me, God gonna pay you back. I don't gotta retaliate. God gonna get you. And sure enough. Now, see, listen, being as though my son was raised on military bases and shit like that. Like, my son ain't like me. My son like a suburban kid. Like, he like suburban, like a square. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up nerd square, you know. So he speaks very proper, has good vernacular, all that, you know. But my son is a teenager, so he at that age where he's starting to smell himself. And now here comes the point where I said to her, God gonna get you back. Anybody with a son, any women watching this, if you have a son, man, it's detrimental that that father be in that child life because, yeah, it's but so much a woman can do raising a man. It's but so much a woman can do raising a man. Like, y'all can't do it all. I know y'all think that y'all independent and y'all strong and this and that, but a man needs the structure and discipline of a man. Trust me. And she's seeing that right now because my son out of control. Okay, so she finally retired from the military. And you know, when you retire from the military, you know, you're no longer living on these military bases, these good neighborhoods, these military towns. So now she had to move to an inner city setting. So she decided to move to Atlanta. Now, mind you, my son is used to going to schools like diverse schools, white people, all kinds of different people, like prep schools. Now my son is going to a hood school, like major culture shock for my son. My son never seen this lifestyle. I always kept this shit away from him. Always kept this kind of lifestyle away from him. Always wanted him to see something different. So I never brought this kind of life to his attention. But now he's seeing it firsthand. My son lives in Atlanta. He lives in the inner city. He live in the hood. He's seeing different shit now. He's seeing young niggas with money, niggas with cars, drugs, all types of shit. And my son's starting to smell himself. And you know, any suburban kid glorify the streets because they don't know no better. They think the streets is what's up. They think it's decent. They think that shit decent. So my son down in Atlanta being a follower, man, following after these young hood kids who ain't got shit, who ain't never had shit. And I had to explain to him that's their life. What you doing, you trying to perpetrate and act like you from that life. These kids, that's all they know. So that's not a perpetrate to them. They actually live in the way they know, what they seen. You never seen this type life. You never lived this shit. So why do you feel like you gotta act a certain way to fit in with motherfuckers? If do you know that these kids would trade everything they got to be in a position you in? You know, he being a follower and shit. And this is why I said you got to watch who the fuck you with. One of his so-called friends. Now, mind you, my son just moved to Atlanta in September, so he don't know this motherfucker. He don't know this person, but he just moved to Atlanta in September. This so-called friend of his convinces him to leave school. My son ain't never cut school in his fucking life, ever. My son always been a straight A student, but he's being a follower now, trying to fit in with the hood. So the little boy convinces my son to cut school, leave school and shit. He takes my son to this neighborhood, sets my son up, getting robbed. Motherfuckers pulled a gun out on my son, robbed him, took his money, took his cell phone, took everything. Took everything from him. Now my first reaction is to get the fuck on the road, go down there and smoke all them niggas. That's my first, and that's facts. Is to go smoke every fucking mind. You hear me? But then I had to think about that shit. It's like, nah, you got your wake up call. You want to be hood so bad, right? You want that hood shit. You want to be from the hood. This would come with the hood, nigga. This would come with the hood. This is the fucking life they gotta live. This what you want to be a part of? Where your friends, so-called friends, set you up to get you robbed, leave you there to dry, leave you in a neighborhood you don't know where the fuck you at. You feel me? Nigga put a gun all in your face. Now you in a position where now I asked him, now after you got robbed and all that, what the fuck you do? What you do? And I asked him, I swear to God, I said, did you tell? Did you tell? He said, I told what happened, I didn't say nobody's name. I said, so you're a fucking rat now. You're a rat. See, I'm giving him the reality of the hood now. So you're a fucking rat now. See, if you so-called want to be a hood nigga is going to go back, gather his shit, and go handle his business. Hood nigga ain't going to tell. So not only did you fucking tell, you endangered yourself now, and now you endangered your mother and your little brother. Because it's a such thing called retaliation. So now that you told on them, motherfucker, even though they robbed you told on them, now them niggas could come hunting for you and kill you for that shit. Because there's a certain code you live by in the street, which is no snitching. So not only did you tell on these motherfuckers, you cut school, you left school, you being a follower, you got robbed, you told on these people. So now you in another predicament where now you can get killed. And his mom, just as dumb. His mom persuaded him to tell. I asked my son, did you want to tell or did your mother make you tell? What you think the answer was? His mother made him tell. So I said, you see what the fuck I mean? This is exactly why I told you God was going to get you back for what the fuck you did, which is taking my son. Because now you giving my son the wrong fucking info to tell on somebody. So now you just put yourself, put him and everybody in danger. Cause you in the hood, you ain't from Atlanta. So you living in somebody else's territory. You telling them motherfuckers. And if niggas come back, you ain't got no help down there. You ain't got no backup down there. You ain't got no way out of that. You just stuck. Now she calling me, begging me. Can you please, can I please send them to you? Oh, now you want to send me my son. Now you want to send them to me. Now you want me to be a father. What happened to all them fucking years of me begging you to even talk to my son on the phone? You wanted me to kiss your ass and beg and plead and get on my knees just to hear my son's voice. It's times this chick came and visit Philadelphia and didn't even tell me my son was up here. She'll call me after she left, like, oh, you know I was just in Philly for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Bitch, you was up here with my child and didn't even tell me? Like, she would do little shit like that. Oh, now you want me to be a dad. You want me to be the dad now. Now you want to involve me in his life now. Because your motherfucking life on the line. Because you know I get busy out here. Because you know the work I put in. So now you want me to be a dad. Now you want my protection. Now you want this. You understand? Like, that's why I be telling y'all, man. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, look, my life ain't all good, dog. Like, I go through shit, the same thing y'all go through. If not worse. And this is daily shit. Like seriously, like that's my fucking son and that's my junior, dog. Like my namesake. You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind going back to prison the rest of my life to protect mines, nigga. Any motherfucking body know me, know I moved the fuck out for mines. Especially my kids. So now every fucking day, no, a good mom is not going to tell her son to tell. A good mom is going to do her research on what she should do in the predicament she's in, not make a rash decision. You understand what I'm saying? My baby mom know what kind of nigga I am. Once he decided to jump in the street and do little dumb shit, she should have picked the fucking phone up and asked me what should she do, not make a decision. Because she don't play by the rules these streets play, so why jump in the field you don't know nothing about? You don't tell them to go tell. And put all your life in danger in a city that you're not from, that you don't know nothing about, that you don't have no family down there, that you have no backup down there. You have nothing down there. You on somebody else's territory. When you on somebody else's territory, you play by their fucking rules. So I had to go down there. Like I said, oh now I can hear my son. Now I can hear my now it's okay for me to hear my son's voice every day. Now it's okay for my son to call me. Now it's okay. It took for a motherfucker to do something to my son. Why the fuck I had to take that? Like, dog, you know how much money I done sent down there? You know how many years I done begged to fucking see my child? You know how many years I done begged and begged and begged and tried everything? I'm a convicted felon, a violent offender. I can never have full custody of my child unless the mother turns custody over to me. I can never go into a courtroom, ever, due to my past history and what the fuck I done in these streets. You hope you get robbed again? That's cool. See that little shit, that little comment you just made, homie, whoever you is, that shit don't affect me, my man. Cause you's a clown. Clown niggas don't get me upset, bro. Cause one thing for sure, I know you's a silly ass nigga. You's a silly nigga. And you's a nigga that wouldn't say that. You wouldn't dare say that. You wouldn't even breathe around me, nigga. You understand that? You wouldn't breathe around me, nigga. You wouldn't even blink too many times around me, nigga. So, you can say all that fly shit you want on this chat, my nigga. You feel me? Because you only make yourself look like a clown. You can't get, bro. Listen, man. You don't understand who the fuck I am, my nigga. You can't blame motherfuckers for what they don't know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, like, this shit just stressful, dog. It's stressful. It's stressful because a part of me want to be bitter and want to be spiteful, just like me. You understand what I'm saying? My son is a late teen. So imagine going. I'm not even gonna put his age out there. Just know he a late teen. Imagine going years and years and years and years and years going through this shit. But I'm too thorough, you know. I'm too thorough. For sure. You know. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna do what she did to me. I'm gonna be better than that broad. Of course, I'm gonna protect my son by all means, which means, of course, I'm gonna have my son come up here. Of course. And I'm gonna teach him. I'm gonna teach him. And he gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, I go through shit just like everybody else, if not worse. And I still gotta manage to stand tall and keep a level head because I got other children. You know, I got a girl, I got parents, I got siblings, I got other people to live for as well. You know what I'm saying? That's not my only child. So I gotta do what I gotta do. I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. Like, shit crazy, man. It's like, shorty, like, be really calling me like we cool like that. Like we homies. She calling me all friendly all of a sudden. Now she wanna be my friend and wanna laugh and joke. You know. It's just crazy, yo. It's just crazy how spiteful, bitter motherfuckers can be over some shit happened over 20-something years ago. But I'm gonna go get my boy, you hear me? Definitely every man lives a quiet life of depression. That's a true statement. I'm gonna go get my boy, man. But you should know, like 99% of me want to go torture this little nigga that set my son up. But I gotta look at it. That's somebody else's son. That's somebody else's child. Somebody else's blood. Somebody else love him. You know? He don't know no better either. Protect your kids, man. Watch over your kids. Do the best you can do with your kids, man. You know, if I got any followers on here that's slacking at being a parent, man, you know, you got to step up, man. There's so many influences out here that our kids is following after that can get our kids killed. You know, the shit they see on the fucking TVs, these movies, these so-called friends of this. There's things out here that can influence our children, man. And you know, we think working hard and going to go get the money to take care of our kids is everything. Time is more important than that money, man. Yeah, nothing or nobody can survive without money, but the time is more important. Because while you think you doing what you're supposed to do to going to get that money, that mean you ain't around. That mean you ain't available. That mean that gives them time to get in this shit. If you got kids, man, that mean you made a responsibility. I mean, it's your responsibility to be there. That mean if you ain't working, you should be putting your time in with your kids, man. Fuck your friends and fuck going out and all that kind of shit, man. You gave that option up when you had kids, you know? Not saying you gotta spend your life just not doing shit but that, but the majority of your time, that shit need to be dedicated to your children, dog. I could have lost my son, dog. Like, seriously. I could have just lost my son. And if I'd have lost my son, man, I'm sorry. Somebody else would have lost their son. I would have not let him die in vain, dog. Like, trust me. I'd have been in a Georgia fucking federal state prison for sure. Cause I'd have broadcasted that shit. I wouldn't have snuck about that. I'd have blew his fucking head off in the front of the motherfucking school and made an example. It wouldn't have been no creep up on you. I'd have blew his shit the fuck off in front of everybody. On the strength of my son. Don't play with a nigga's kids, man. Especially a nigga that love his kids. That's all I really gotta say, man. Come on, come on. Come on, bro. Come on. I'm like at a loss of words, man. Like, I'm so glad, like, I found God and shit. And I found patience and peace within myself, man. Because the old me would have just did something and not even thought about it. I'd have just did something and just did that shit, you hear me? I'd have just did. My nigga, I don't want to be disrespectful or nothing. My son almost died, nigga. And you talking about Hassan Campbell roast? You think I give a fuck about a Hassan Campbell right now, my nigga? Like, who raised some of you niggas? Like, and I'm saying this as respectful as possible. Who the fuck raised some of you niggas? You niggas just talking about Hassan Campbell, nigga. I'm sitting here telling you my son almost just died, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? See, no disrespect. I don't want them kind of followers, man. If you want them type niggas, don't subscribe to my channel, dog. Because I don't do this channel shit for the money. I don't get paid for this shit. I talk to people because I'm trying to help people. So if you want them type niggas, one of these clown niggas, you ain't gotta subscribe to me, dog. Because I don't get no money off this. This shit ain't monetized, my nigga. Ask me about no fucking Hassan Campbell, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Silly niggas, man. Hey, Dice TV, man, I got love for you, my nigga. Straight up. few other brothers on here that I see. I got love for y'all, man. I got real love for y'all. Hey, I'm about to get up off this thing, man. Look, I love all y'all, man. Pay attention to your kids, man. Watch after your family. You feel me? Treat people how you want to be treated, man. I love all y'all.